Hey guys, what's up? It's Dustin from Excite Video Magazine, and today I wanted to talk to you about a couple of things that I picked up while I was in Fukuoka. Not everything's from Fukuoka. I bought a couple of things when I got back. Most of it is video games, but I also picked up a plastic model, and I did pick up something for a car project, and I talked about that a little bit in the last video that I was going to show you today, but sometimes you put things in places so that you won't lose them. And then what do? You lose them. So I don't have that piece, but I do have some games and stuff that I want to show you. I don't think any of them are rare, but some of them are things that definitely were not available in the United States, and for that reason alone, they're pretty cool. So let's come on and take a look. One of the first things I picked up was Dragon Ninja for the Famicom. Famicom was Nintendo in the United States. It's a Namco cartridge. I think Bad Dudes just came in a regular gray case in America. Oh, did I give away the title? Yes, Dragon Ninja is Bad Dudes. I mean, come on, man. Look how awesomely 80s this title is. I went ahead and picked up Dragon Ninja, and I can't wait to play it. I actually don't have a Famicom or anything to play it on right now, but I'm kind of considering which emulation console I want to buy. I did win at the arcade like a FC, what do you call it, like a FC Plus or something. It's one of the clone consoles, but it doesn't play any of the Namco chip games, and I heard it doesn't play some of the later Konami games, so that's a no-go. When I bought these, I was like, yes, I can play them on my emulator, but no play on the emulator. So I'm thinking about getting a Game Freaks, and in one of the videos coming up, I will explain Game Freak to you a little bit more. It's pretty awesome. The other Famicom game that I picked up was, yes, Rolling Thunder. I love Rolling Thunder. It was one of the games that I got early when I was little, and in America, I believe it came on one of the Tengen carts. I guess technically it's Tengen now. If you're speaking proper Japanese, we called it Tengen back in the day. But dude, Rolling Thunder is an awesome game. It is a side-scrolling shooter, and the play mechanics are pretty fun. I did not know that this thing actually existed in the arcade too, but it does. Rolling Thunder is an awesome game, and I cannot wait to get the game system so I can play this. The next thing that I picked up was a City Tour Grand Prix for the Nintendo 64, and you can see it had a really sweet price of only 180 yen. So definitely that was a good pickup. Now, the City Tour, let me see how to open this. I'm looking from behind the camera. I don't know if I can open this easy or not. Yeah, here we go. The City Tour, if you look at it really closely, you'll see the GT logo, and it's the All Japan Grand Touring Car Championship. This was made back when the Super GT was called the Japan Grand Touring Car Championship. We all called it JGTC. Like all my other cartridge-based games, I do not have a system yet, and I believe Game Freak will also play N64, but I'm not 100% for sure. But I definitely want to give this thing a go. I love vintage racing games. The control mechanics are definitely not as good as like a modern Forza or Gran Turismo or something, but they do have their nostalgia factor, and it's going to be great to play as the old classic JGTC cars. Moving on to Saturn, you can see we got the price of 108 yen, and this is Overdriving GTR. If you look at the graphics on the back of the box, it really looks bad. Like, this is probably around the time of the first Gran Turismo, so it is that type of quality. But you can see from the GTR to the 180SX, so this is going to be some awesome all Nissan games. Definitely something that we did not get in the United States. And the maker, that's the old Electronic Arts logo. So I would assume this thing's probably going to drive like one of the very first Need for Speeds. Next, another Sega Saturn game, and yes, another one for 108 yen. This is Toge King 2, The Spirits. And if you can see, there's a blue Still 80 and a yellow FC3S on the cover. The blue Still 80 is really reminiscent of Initial D, but the game does look pretty fun. There's some shots from driving. Graphically, it looks a little bit better than the GTR game, but I don't know anything about this game either. I'm probably going to get on YouTube a little bit later and look up some play and see if I can find some gameplay footage from this. But it's an all Toge video game, So it's going to be pretty fun, one way or the other. And rounding up the last of the Sega Saturn 108 yen finds, we have Street Fighter 02. Street Fighter 02 was known as Street Fighter Alpha 2 in the United States. And I mean, do we really need to explain anything about Street Fighter or Street Fighter Alpha? I do love the Alpha games. I know some people have their gripes about the play mechanics and stuff, but I do love the Street Fighter Alpha games, so can't wait to play this guy too. And last but not least, here is the last one-piece model that I need from the Chopper lineup. This is the Chopper Wing. I could not find this one anywhere at the used stores or anything, but when you add this guy, is there a picture on the box here? Yeah, when you build all these guys together, you can make that giant robot right here. And I kind of can't wait to build all these. I have all of them now. So we're going to be talking about these a little bit in the future, and we are going to be building these guys and making the super robot. All right, guys, so there's some of the stuff that I've bought recently. You know, if you ever want me to try to find any old video games or anything for you, go ahead and hit me with a comment or something and let me know what you want to see. You know, it's not like everything's going to be $1. Like, they do have high price stuff too. Like, if you want the Rockman X games for Famicom, those guys are going to run you about 30 bucks a piece. I found a boxed copy of Mortal Kombat 2 for the Super Famicom, the Super Nintendo. They wanted 40 bucks for that thing. When I was in Japan in 2007, I picked up the exact same game for 8 bucks. So yeah, as things become rare in Japan, the price goes up here too. But, you know, if you want something, I can probably find it for you. I am really excited to build these plastic models, and I'm going to be excited to find one of the consoles that can play all of the cartridge-based games. And the other thing that I was going to talk about was I did buy a piece for the car. I mean, it's nothing major, guys. It was a connector plate so that I could run wiring through a speaker box, because I am going to make my own sub box for the 180. And, you know, I just really wanted to show you that so I could talk a little bit more about that project that's coming up. But, you know, sometimes you put stuff away for safekeeping, and it's not really safekeeping because you have no idea where you put it. So either I'm going to find it soon, or I'm going to order a new one because I want to get started on that project. Speaking of the 180, coming up in the next couple of weeks, I am going to start over. I had a couple videos up for the 180 already, but I'm going to go back and put a perspective on them, because I've owned this 180 for about 2 years now. So I thought it would be cool to take the videos and go back from the beginning and be able to document them for you. So we will be getting some 180 stuff out soon. Hopefully here. In real life, I am coming close to painting the 180, but it just got way too cold to paint, so I had to put it on hiatus. The other thing that we are doing, sorry about the cough. The other project that we have is the Jimny, and we're going to be getting some things for the Jimny soon. And I'm going to start doing some stuff with the Jimny probably here in about 2 or 3 more months after I get this 180 stuff settled, because I'm not going to fix the dents, because we're going to take it off-roading and it's going to get more dense. But I do care about the rust, because eventually that stuff's going to keep growing. You know, rust is the cancer of cars, and it starts small and it spreads big, and soon it'll kill the whole car. So I do want to get the rust taken care of. I'm not promising to do perfect fixes for the rust. I am going to try to fix the Jimny in a good way, that's a cheap way, to keep it on the road so that we can keep using it. But, you know, the Jimny is not that car that's ever going to get back to a really perfect, you know, state. We're wanting to do it in a flat collar. We're not even 100% sure that it's not going to get painted with rattle cans. You know, it's going to be a flat collar, so we don't really know what we're going to do with that. But, you know, just to keep you in the loop, that's some other things that's going to happen. Well, there is a quick rundown of everything that I've got going on, some stuff I've picked up. If you like this video, click like. If you have any comments to share, go ahead and hit them up below. If there's something you want to see, let me know below. This channel belongs to you as much as it belongs to me. If there's anything I've talked about and you're like, oh, I do want to see those videos, go ahead and click subscribe now. Don't do it for me, do it for you, because when those videos come out, you're going to want to see them, and I want you to be able to see them. So follow me, and Speaking of follow, I also have an Instagram, and a lot of the stuff that's on Instagram is not stuff that's on the YouTube. So if you are enjoying what you see and you're like, I would like to see a little bit more, go ahead and follow the Instagram. And another good point about the Instagram is when I go to car shows or I go to drift events or something, a lot of the stuff that I cover in videos, I'll cover in photos on Instagram first because, I'm taking them live and I'm uploading them there. So that's a cool thing. And I'll see you next time. Peace.